Hey besties, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Valeria, and this is week 2 of the Cozy Reset Challenge, where we are learning how to reset our life with intention using our digital planners, but also in a way that is like more realistic, gentle, and of course, super cozy. In week 1, we talked all about just getting back into the habit of, opening your planner daily, even if it was only for just 5 minutes a day. But we focused on showing up. Now, in week 2, we are taking things deeper. We are building systems, creating routines, and making sure your planner actually serves your life and not the other way around. Remember, if you're new and you don't know anything about this whole entire challenge, there's a full YouTube playlist linked in the description down below with all the Cozy Reset videos if you're just joining now. So feel free to start whenever and catch up at your own pace. Now, I would say let's just start with the heart of week 2, the daily check-in. So I want you to take out just 5 to 10 minutes each day for a little check-in with yourself. So it can be on your daily, it can be on your notes page, wherever. It isn't about being perfect, it's just about building like a routine or a rhythm that you look forward to. So here's like the things that you can include, okay? So I'll just write them here in the notes. You can include your daily focus. So just one thing that matters that day, okay? Your core, your heart of the day. Then I want you to write your top 3 tasks. So this would be something that you do then every day, okay? So your top 3 tasks. What I mean by that is we don't need 17 or 20 to-do lists, okay? And then a little mood check. So it can be a emoji of the day, or I don't know, like a mood tracker. You could even use the mood widgets that we have from the mood widgets pack, anything, okay? Just like a little mood check. And then daily memory. So something that made you smile, even if it's small. Now, you can also use either a widget for this, or you can make yourself like a little list and save it in your stickers. We are going to make something together actually, and I'll show it to you in a second. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up my widgets here. Now let me go back to my planner pal. Also, I have a whole video about my sticker organization if you want to go check that out. I'll link it also in the description down below. I think I filmed like 3 videos about this, so you can check them out. They are also live streams, so it is long, okay? But in case you want to get like a whole detailed video about it, you'll find it in the description down below. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take Sugar Paddle because I love the color pink, and I'm gonna take the one from the Everyday Widgets pack, and I'm gonna use the Get It Done one. So I'm just gonna copy this one over to my planner. So what I'm gonna do here is that it's because it's transparent, right? So I'm going to choose this and take a screenshot so we have a white box, and I'm actually going to put it on top of the Get It Done. Now, of course, then this area won't be transparent, but what we can do is I'm going to group this so we have one whole sticker, but as you can see, like there's the white box. I don't mind this, okay? We're just going to add a title, and I'm going to write down daily routine and add it here. Whoops. I'll have the color, let's do the same color as this one, so as Sugar Paddle. Perfect. And now we just have our own widget. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to group this, and we have a whole widget. All right, now the thing that I want to write down on this widget is our 4 things that we want to do every day. So daily focus, top 3 tasks, mood check. Now this is something you don't have to do in the morning, okay? So of course, like your top 3 tasks, your daily focus, this is something you do in the morning, but your mood check and your daily memory, this is something you would rather do in the evening, like this. Perfect. So this is how it looks like. Now we are going to group this again, and I'm actually going to save it as a sticker in my blooming sticker elements folder, whatever you want to call it. Now I am going to delete this. So this was your top one, okay? Now you have your daily routine, and you can even add more things to your list if there's like more things you want to add to your planner daily. Now, if you're someone who gets overwhelmed rather quickly, I would not suggest you to add more than 4 things on your list. But you can, of course, make it fit your whole routine or your life, okay? Now, we are here for the whole reality, okay? If you know or may not know, last week was a eventful week for me. It was my birthday, it was my mom's birthday. I saw friends yesterday, on Saturday. Sunday was a whole family day. Like, there was a lot going on. I haven't had the time, or let's say I barely touched my iPad since Tuesday. Now we are Monday. So life happens. Life is lifing, okay? So that is totally fine. We are here for the reality. Sometimes my planner looks just empty and not filled in, and this is totally fine. Now, this was not meant to be the thing for this challenge. I didn't take into consideration my whole birthday and events and all of that. So I really thought I could have done everything, and yeah, that didn't turn out that way. So we are here to make it better this week. And in section 2 of this video, we are actually going to talk about our weekly layout. So we will talk about how to make your weekly layout actually work for your lifestyle. Now, step 1 here would be to review last week. So this is my last week, okay? What felt heavy? What didn't get done? Now, of course, there was a lot happening in my life, so what didn't get done? Of course, I haven't touched my planner. I haven't planned at all, okay? So I was busy the whole entire day. I knew exactly what I had to get done. I didn't have to use my planner. Now, in this case, if yours is all filled in, you know exactly what you can work on and what didn't work for you regarding your weekly layout, okay? Now, step 2 would be to kind of try to color code your week by energy type, okay? This is something that I want you to try out if you're not like a weekly layout person and you don't really use your weekly layout a lot. What I mean by color code your week by energy type is to give like your creative tasks, so that would be planning, or if you like to draw or paint, that would be like a creative tasks, to give them a certain color. For example, yellow. Then we have errands or admin work or paperwork or all that kind of stuff. We could give it the color brown, okay? And then we have like self-care, movement, wellness, fitness, and breaks or rest. We could give it the color gray. Now we would have like those 3 areas that we give like this certain color, and then we organize the week by that energy type, okay? Then what we can also do is add a buffer box. Now this is your planned breathing room, okay? A buffer box. A box that is intentionally left open in case that things go sideways, because life will be lifing, you know? So here the trick is to not overplan. So leave white space in your week so that your planner feels like support and not pressure, you know? Okay, so that is what we will be doing on our weekly. So I haven't planned my week yet, and I really want to try to color code by energy type, okay? Now I'm going to keep this box here empty, and I'm going to take a screenshot of this color, and I'm going to cover up this title. Now we are going to keep this as a buffer box. Now I'm also going to add the title. So our buffer box, like I said, is a planned breathing room. So a box that is left open in case things go sideways or in case life is lifing, okay? So we are going to add stuff there. Now, we said we want to have color coding system. Now I'm gonna add somewhere my color coding system. I think I'm gonna keep it here. So I'm gonna write creative tasks. Now again, you can make this fit your life, okay? Errands and or let's say or admin stuff. And then we have self-care, movement, and breaks. Great. I'm going to align this to the left. I'm gonna have it here, and like I said, creative tasks would be white. Now we can take a prettier white, to be honest. Maybe a more pastel color, less yellow kind of. Okay, this is good. Now a brown for errands or admin stuff. Now self-care, movement, and breaks, we're going to use gray. Now I'm using colors here that are not heavy on my eyes. Now you can also use pastel colors, okay? Again, I have to take into consideration all kind of people that will watch or join this challenge. Now, this is totally up to you how you want to do it, how you want to make it fit your aesthetic and your stuff, okay? But mostly people are joining this challenge because they're overwhelmed with the planner. So we're starting small, okay? We don't want to have everything at once here, okay? That's why I'm also not really planning with stickers, okay? Now, let's see what we can do here. Now, I'm just gonna give you examples, okay? For example, creative tasks. So today is Monday. For me, recording a YouTube video would be a creative task. So I will write record YouTube video. I'm gonna leave some space here, and I'm going to have it. I didn't save the colors. Now it should work like this. Is it the same? It's a bit lighter. That's okay. Now I'm gonna try. That's okay. So record YouTube video. Then we would have create stickers. And again, yellow. Then we have errands or admin stuff. I would love to do some admin stuff tomorrow. So I'm gonna write admin work and add taxes. I'm not able. Okay. Works now. Now this would be the color brown. Okay, and this is how you can do it if you are someone who gets easily overwhelmed with your weekly. Really think about, okay, what is it that I want to get done this week, so that when you go ahead and do your daily and you're more a daily person, you know exactly what you want to do that day, and then you can take the to-dos that you have from here into your daily. So think of it as like a little pre-brain dump kind of situation here on our weekly, okay? Now in section 3, we're going to talk about routines, and I don't mean like a really crazy detailed schedule, okay? So this week we're just going to test out a morning and it depends if you want to do both, planning rituals, okay? So whichever works best for you. You can do both, or you can just do morning, or you can do just evening, whatever you prefer. Now for the morning routine ideas, for example, and I am going to add it here, okay? And I'm going to do morning routine only. So I'm going to add here morning routine, and we can even do a different font like this. And then for me, it will be open your planner with breakfast. So if I'm eating breakfast, I will then check my planner. Now I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so that it fits here. Then it will be review top 3 goals. I like to remind myself, okay, what were the 3 goals that I set myself for this month? Then a look at schedule / appointments. Now I have all my appointments either on my monthly, either on my weekly, or even on my phone. So whatever it is that I want to check in that moment, it should be like everywhere the same. I'm gonna check one of those, and then I'm gonna do my daily. And last thing would be to an affirmation to my planner. So on to my daily. That will be a morning routine. Now, one trick that I have here for you that I saw in a video from Zunia Berry is to do like a straight line with the pen tool, and then you can just click on style, you choose the dots and make it bigger, and then you have like these dots. So you can use it for your list here. And I really like this idea. So thank you for that. Now I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller, and adjust the line height, and that fits perfectly. Now we can do it even a bit smaller. I had it on 2.1. Let's try 1.9. Great. I like this. Okay. Just gonna change the color to a soft pink so that it matches my weekly here. Now you can see we have this, and the easy thing about this is we can group it and even save it again in our elements here. And now whenever we need it, we can pull it up and add it onto our page. Now I could go ahead and add it on all my days here on my weekly, which I'm actually gonna do. So you can also just duplicate it. Now we have 3 days here, and I'm going to duplicate it 3 times here, like this. Perfect. Looking good. Now for evening routine, if you want to do evening routine and you need ideas, you could do like reflect on the day, update your tracker or journal. You could also do jot down a memory, or even plan tomorrow's 3 big tasks, okay? So if you use like a custom routine widget or sticky note that you see every day, something visual and motivating, you're most likely to get it done. So that's why I did this, okay? Now I see, why do I have 2 dots more here? Let me just ungroup this and make this smaller. Perfect. Okay. Now on to section 4 of this video would be to declutter and prep ahead. So now that your planner is starting to fill up again, it's time for like a quick digital cleanup. So here's what we need to do this week. We are going to remove unused elements from last week. So really go ahead, check your elements here, and if you have like something that you were always thinking about, okay, this is bothering me, I don't need that, go ahead and delete it if you do not need it, okay? If this is something that is really bothering you, then go ahead, remove it, delete it, you don't need it. Then we are also going to update our habit trackers, making sure that they are up to date. And we could also get started with a sticky note that says next month so that we start prepping ahead. Now, what I like to do, you can either use it on a sticky note, or the way that I would do it is that whenever I know something is up in July, something is coming up in July, I am just going to write it down here on my monthly, and whenever end of June is coming, we are going to then decorate the July monthly and put everything where it should be, okay? Now this is something that you can also get started with in this week. And yeah, also a little tip or a reminder that I want to give you is that you have to let your planner evolve with you, okay? So if your energy shifts midweek, switch things up. Like if you do not want to do every day a whole detailed daily page, okay? Like I did on Friday this. Now I would love to do this every day. If you cannot and your energy shifts, don't do it. You don't owe anyone a perfect spread, okay? I just want to give you that as a tip, okay? Now, so that's basically it for week 2 of the Cozy Reset Challenge. So I hope this helped you feel a little bit more aligned and supported in your digital planning journey. I know, and I can't stress it enough, it's not about being productive 24/7, okay? It's about showing up for yourself in a way that feels good for you and gentle. So, and don't forget, if you want to join this challenge, share your spreads in the Facebook group using the hashtag Cozy Reset Week 2 so we can definitely check all your posts and see if you joined the challenge. Maybe at the end there's a little surprise for you. And yeah, whether it's a full weekly or just like a tiny win or a daily layout, whatever it is, we're building this community together, okay? And again, if you're just joining and this is totally new to you, the full Cozy Reset playlist is ready for you on my channel, or the link is down below in the description so you can start from the beginning anytime. Now, give this video a big thumbs up if you're feeling more in control already. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you then on next week for week 3. And I love you all. Stay cozy and keep planning.